This video is about performing calculations and using variables. In this video, you will learn. You will learn how to use all of the commands that you have learned so far to perform calculations in VBA. You will be inputting data, storing it inside variables, performing calculations on that data, and then outputting it to the spreadsheet. You will learn how to prototype your program so you can check if your program is working correctly. You will learn an alternative way to run your VBA program, and you will also learn how to use the VBA help. I'm now on the next worksheet of the Week 1 workbook. Your first programming task is to perform the following calculations in VBA. You must check your answers with an Excel formula in the yellow cells. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write with the Excel formula what we want these blue cells to look like when we run our VBA program. So and this one I'm just going to copy paste because it's a very large decimal. The formulas and the values in these yellow cells, this is called a prototype, because we're going to write a VBA program that will perform these calculations but in VBA and output them to these blue cells. So let's start writing. As you can see, I'm going to be writing my code in sheet 6, so sub, and I will call my program part 1. As you can see, there is a drop-down box. So range b6.value equals 2 times 3. This is very similar to what we have done before. However, before we just had a number here. This time we have a calculation here. This calculation gives us a number, and then this number is stored inside the cell B6. I will now run the program. You can see how we have calculated 2 times 3 with VBA, and we have stored it inside the blue cell. And we check our answer with the yellow cell to make sure that these are the same. This yellow column, this is a prototype. Now, I'm not going to do these for you. You will have to perform these calculations yourself. You'll figure out how to do them using the skills that you have just learnt. If you like, you can pause the video now and try this yourself now, or you can watch the whole video and try everything yourself all at once. This is the next section. In this next section, you will be storing these values into variables and performing this calculation and outputting your results here. So I will first make a prototype. So I will now perform this calculation. Dot value So I will now run this program. But before I run this program, I will show you an alternative way to run your VBA programs. So I will now go back to the spreadsheet. I will click on this macros icon. And here I have a selection of all of the VBA programs which are attached to this workbook. And I will choose sheet 6.part 2 and click run. We've performed the calculation and you can see that these are the same. You will notice that I did not declare these variables, first number and second number. I could have declared them. You can see that there is no change in the output. Alternatively, I could have completely even declared what type of variables they should be. As you have seen from before, in VBA we have an option whether to declare our variables or not. This calculation I will not perform for you. You will have to perform this yourself using the skills that you have just learned. Similarly, you will have to perform these calculations yourself as well, using the skills that you have learnt in this video. Try everything in this part of the video now and then proceed to the next part of the video.